Everybody asks me the same question. I'm 104 years old and they lean in like I'm about to whisper a magic word. Antonio, what's the secret? The secret. It's quite simple, really. They expect me to talk about red wine, or olive oil, or walking every morning. I do all that, but that's not the secret. Come closer.
Come closer. The real secret I'm about to share took me an entire lifetime to understand. It's this: you choose every single day. You get to choose, you see. Happiness doesn't just arrive one day, like a package at your door. It's not something that finally shows up when everything in your life finally goes right. No, happiness is a decision. It's an active choice you make. Most people never realize this. They spend their whole lives waiting for the perfect job, the right person, the one ideal moment. And then one day, they wake up and realize they're out of time. I didn't wait, I chose. And that's the real reason I'm still here, still smiling, still grateful after all these years. Now, don't for a second think my life was easy. Far from it. I lost my mother when I was only 6 years old. Pneumonia. To this day, I can still remember the sound of her breathing at night, the struggle in every breath. A few years later, my father brought me to this country with nothing but a single suitcase and a heart full of hope. I was 9 years old, sleeping on a cold kitchen floor with cousins and strangers, all of us trying to build a new life. By the time I was 11, I was working with my hands, working so hard they would crack and bleed. That was my childhood. Then, there was my wife, Elena. She had a laugh that could fill a room before she even walked into it. A laugh full of life. We had 8 years together, just 8. Then one morning, she never woke up, a stroke, gone, just like that. I was 34 years old, standing in a silent house with 2 young children who couldn't understand why their mother was gone. Honestly, I didn't know how I was going to survive that pain. It felt like the world had ended. Then, years later, the business I had spent decades building with my own father burned to the ground overnight. All that work, all those years of effort, just reduced to smoke and ash. I stood there on the sidewalk, watching everything we had worked for disappear into the night sky. And that's when I learned something truly important. Pain is unavoidable. Life will throw it at you, again and again. But bitterness? That's optional. Write that down if you need to. Hard times don't decide who you become. You do. After Elena died, I became an angry man. I was angry at God, angry at life, angry at everyone around me. That anger consumed me for months. It was a dark, lonely place. Until one night, my son, my little boy, came to me and asked a question that changed everything. He looked at me with his innocent eyes and said, "Papa, why don't you smile anymore?" In that single moment, I understood. I had a choice. I could stay broken by my grief, or I could be present for my children. I chose to be a father. I chose to learn how to laugh again, not because I wasn't hurting anymore, but because the love we shared deserved better than silence. My children deserved a father, not a ghost. Years later, when I was already an old man, thinking life had no more surprises for me, I met Ruth. It was at a community dinner I only went to for the free food. If I'm being honest, she laughed, and just like that, the whole room seemed to soften. Now, people stared. They judged. We were old, you see. They whispered behind their hands, but I didn't care. And that's lesson number 2 for you. Stop living for other people's approval. Their opinions don't pay your bills. They don't sit with you in the quiet moments. And they certainly don't love you when the lights go out. Their judgment is weightless. Ruth and I had 31 beautiful years together. 31 years of unexpected joy. She passed away peacefully last winter. I miss her every single day. The silence in the house is loud sometimes, but I know she would be absolutely furious with me if I stopped enjoying life because she was gone. So, I don't. I honor her by living. These days, my happiness looks very simple. It's the first sip of coffee in the morning. It's the way the sunlight hits the wall in my living room. It's a phone call from my great-grandson, his little voice telling me about his day. It's putting on music from my youth and remembering how to dance, even if it's just in my chair. It's the smell of fresh bread from the bakery down the street. That's it. That's the good stuff. I don't need more. And here is the truth that most people discover far too late. Happiness isn't waiting for you at some distant finish line. It's not a prize you win at the end of the race. It's already standing right beside you every single day. You just keep walking past it, looking for something bigger, something grander. So tonight, I want you to do this for me. Just stop. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just stop. Look around you. and find 3 small things you're grateful for. Not big things. Not winning the lottery or getting a promotion. Small things. The comfort of your chair. The taste of your dinner. The fact that you can take a deep breath. Gratitude is like a muscle. It grows stronger the more you use it. The more you look for things to be thankful for, the more you will find. I'm 104 years old. I've buried people I loved more than life itself. I've lost almost everything a person can lose, at least once. And I still wake up every single morning and the first words I say are, "Thank you for today." That's the secret. That's the whole thing. Not because life is easy. It isn't. It's because life is hard, and choosing joy, choosing gratitude, is a choice worth making every single day. Thank you for listening. Please, take care of yourselves.